Welcome back, and today we're talking about Tower of God episode 12, and I just got to say this episode was top tier, but like always, let's just jump into it. So this episode was definitely the one episode I was looking forward to the most for this Tower of God season 1, and we better be getting a season 2. Now, we only got one episode left, and I'm glad that all the events that happened in this episode happened, because that means next episode we're gonna see the aftermath of everything that happened, and I'm pretty sure the last scene for season 1 is gonna be a pivotal moment. I mean, this is gonna set up season 2, which again, I hope Crunchyroll goes ahead and green lights the next season, because it's gonna be a whole different ball game in season 2. Okay, really, if I had to say season 1 and describe it, I would say season 1 is really just like a prologue of setting up Bam and the future and what his goal is going to be going forward, especially after what happened in this episode. But let's break this episode down, because we had a lot of moving parts. The episode pretty much started with Ren trying to get Dorsey and Anak to fight each other and kill each other. Again, Ren is an assassin from the King of Jihad. He came down here to collect the weapons and to kill Anak, and of course he's having his own little fun, but little did he know Princess Yuri was coming in, and I mean, she just wiped the floor with this dude. I mean, it wasn't even a contest, okay? She just flicked him, and he just flew and was hurt and was completely destroyed. I mean, and then when the other guy came in and just squished him like a pancake, I mean, justice. And honestly, Princess Yuri, top tier princess. I love that character when she showed up in the webtoon. I mean, I was really hyped, especially when we got to see just how powerful she really is. And I'm glad they showed this, right? Because since episode 1 and we've seen these regulars, and Bam in his case, he's an irregular, kind of, you know, doing all these tests, we know there's some of them that are really powerful. I mean, and Dorsey, Leore, all of them, they're on a whole different level when it comes to power compared to all the other regulars. But in this episode, we got to see like ranker level 100% fights, like crazy stuff. I mean, the Shinsu that Ren was throwing around, Yuri kind of flicking everything off and just, you know, playing, toying with him. Again, just a whole different power level that these characters are in. And of course, we got to see pretty much Kun being, you know, another great mastermind. Again, he pretty much step by step told everybody what to do and was able to get those little bears or dolphins to show up, because he destroyed all the tunnels, thanks to Leore being, you know, using his Shinsu and stuff like that to pretty much pass the test. Okay, the test is a guaranteed pass, but then the big event in this episode, the one part I really want to talk about, Rachel is probably going to be the most hated character in anime, at least top 5, okay, for sure, of all time. At least top 5 most hated character of all time, at least, because what she pulled in this episode, I mean, it's just despicable. I mean, I just hate Rachel, especially when I read this in the webtoon. I was like, why? Why do you have to do our boy Bam so dirty? I mean, Bam, who just told you, he just told you that he will, you know, carry you to the top of the tower to grant your wish so you can see the stars, and you're going to push him off the Shinsu ball that you guys were in. Because why? I mean, I absolutely hate Rachel. I mean, and the way they did it in the anime was just amazing, because once Rachel pushes Bam off, after he defeated the bull by going inside of him and kind of blowing him up from the inside out, kind of like he did in his first test. I mean, after he did all that, was hurt and everything to protect Rachel, she betrays him like that. And you can just see it in his face. Just all the hope just gone. And then the music playing as he's falling off to like the darkness. And throughout the credits, I mean, when the credits were playing, we just see Bam falling emotionless. I mean, it was just very sad and a very emotional moment. I mean, it almost got me even just talking about it. It was really sad, and honestly, I don't know what the consequences of that is, because even in the season 2, as far as I read, we have seen Rachel, so I'm not going to spoil exactly what's going on in there, but we actually don't know what, you know, if Rachel is ever going to suffer the consequences because of that. At least I haven't read that far, and honestly, as much as I want to go ahead and keep reading the webtoon, I actually want to wait for the anime and be anime only, because moments like this, even though in the webtoon is really great and really awesome, when they add the music and the emotions in their faces and all that stuff, it just takes it to a whole new level. But this episode, I mean, it was just nearly perfect. I mean, it was 10 out of 10 for me, 100%. And honestly, episode 13, we got one more episode, and I'm glad they did all the events that happened in this episode, because definitely is going to set up season 2. And I hope right after the credits next week, when we get the last episode of Tower of God, Crunchyroll comes out saying that they got season 2, 3, 4, 5. They got all the seasons coming in, because I really want to see this anime blow up. I mean, it's just truly amazing. I loved every second of this episode, so I can't wait for episode 13, because gonna be big again. We're gonna get a lot of information, episode 13, so I can't wait to talk about it and see what everybody else thinks. But like always, go ahead and leave a comment down below what you thought of this episode. I mean, did you like it? What did you think of Rachel? And do you hate her? You know, because I despise Rachel right now. But like always, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.